guys, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time, then welcome to my channel. As the video says, as the title says, should I say, this is about this thing right here. Wait, that's a thumbnail. Okay. Guys, I am going to be doing swatches of this new Morphe palette, the Morphe 39A Dare to Create eyeshadow palette. It's not necessarily new. It's their holiday collection. It came out like about a month and a half ago. And what's so crazy is I told myself I was not going to buy this. I wanted it so bad, but I was like, no, you don't need to buy another palette. You've been going eyeshadow palette crazy. You need to use the ones you have. So that's why it took me a month and a half to buy it. But over this past month and a half, you guys, I have seen so many amazing videos about this palette, and I was just like, I need it. It needs me. We need to be together. So I got it, and I am so happy I did. I have no regrets about it. I know that I'm going to use this palette a lot. I already looked at it. I already kind of played with it a little bit. The look that I have on today is not from this palette. This is from a different palette, but I have worn this palette, and yeah, we'll talk about it afterwards. But yeah, I just felt the need to get it. You guys, you know how it is. You know. And the only thing I'm upset about is I'm like, damn, I should have got it when it first came out like I wanted to. But I mean, it's cool. At least I got it. So, you know. Anyway, so now you guys, I'm going to show you some lovely swatches on brown skin for all my brown skin girls, so you can get an idea of whether or not you want to purchase this palette. And I want to tell you a few things about the palette that I like after I do the swatches. But first things first, let's jump into the swatches. First, let me give you some logistics about this palette. This palette is, it's a little bigger than the normal Morphe palette. I'm not sure if any of you own a Morphe palette. Really quickly, let me grab one of mine, and I'll show you a comparison that is super bigger. So this is one of my Morphe palettes that I own, and this is the 39A behind it. So it's it's significantly bigger than the other palettes, but that's because they have added some extra things in here. So it says that the palette in total weighs 75.7 grams, and each eyeshadow is 2.67 ounces. So when you open it up, it comes in a really pretty, can you guys see that? Really pretty package. Morphe is trying to step their game up, y'all. I'm not going to even lie. They are trying to step their game up. I love it. It's not the usual plastic container. This one is more of a cardboard container, and it also has a magnetic clasp. And just like the Jaclyn Hill palette that they came out with before this, they took the time to put a sheet with the names. Sorry if my ring light is blinding you. With the names of each of these shadows on there. Now, a few videos that I've seen, some people have complained about this sheet because they're like, you know what, they should have took the time to just put the names on the back of the palette. But what I'm going to do, which I think is a simple fix for this, is I'm just going to hot glue it up top. Once you hot glue it up top, then you'll just know which shadow is which, and you'll still have the paper, but it won't be in your way. So anywho, let's get started. Let me just show you the palette first. Oh, you guys, do you see this? It's so pretty. It's so pretty, you guys. There are 32 regular shades, and there are 7 transitional shades. And after I swatch this, I'm going to tell you something that I really like about this palette. So let's jump into the first row. So I'm going to swatch, oh, by the way, I'm going to swatch from, is that right to left to you guys? Whatever. From this side to that side, whatever it looked like, right to left or left to right, whatever, I can't tell on camera. But I'm going to swatch each row, and then I'm going to tell you what I really like about this palette. All right. One, I'm going to be reading off the paper, so if I'm looking down, it's just because I'm reading off of the plastic, the names of each shade. So we have Bronze Chrome, Stroke, Expression, Artistic, Spark, Spark, Create, Passion, and Forever. And in this row, you guys, these are beautiful. Like, they are so beautiful, but the shades that kind of catch my eye are like the bronze chrome, is this artistic, and I love Create too. It's really, really bright and vivid and pretty. And you guys, they feel really nice. So far, so good. First row feels great. All right, so next, second row. Row 2, we have Frame, Mass, Cut Crease, Deep Hue, Vibrant, Snatched, Vivid, and Trendy. Y'all, Snatched, I don't think y'all can see how, I feel like that should have been called Vivid, because like it is like the brightest, hottest, like it's like a really neon orange pink. Super pretty, super pretty. But yeah, so that's row 2. The 7 transitional shades that are in the middle of the palette. I'm going to show you guys the pan again, because with the transitional shades, you get bigger pans because, of course, as we all know, we go through transitional shades way quicker than we do regular eyeshadows because we use them more often. And also, too, these 7 shades, this one down here is actually shade number 4, but I skipped it, so I just put it at the bottom, but don't worry. But yeah, each of these shades, what I love about this is each of these shades I can use. Each and every one. They go really nicely with my skin tone, and I can use them for different things. I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what I've been using them for after I'm done with the swatches, so I can just tell you how this palette is really, I feel like it's worth the money because it does double duty as far as I'm concerned. So anyway, let me tell you the names of these shades really quickly. So we have Bare, Canvas, Sunder, Define Me. No, excuse me, sorry. Define Me. That's the one that I skipped. Evolve, Transitional, and Sculpt. So yeah, that one back there is supposed to be up there, but I skipped it. So that's Define Me. Okay, on to row 3. Next row, which happens to be row 4, not 3. So, before I get started, I really want to say out of all of the rows, I think this row is probably my favorite because I feel like all of the rows have colors that are complementary to each other, but I feel like this row is especially complementary. The colors are especially complementary to each other, and also too, they just happen to be some really pretty colors that I think would look really, really bomb on brown eyes. So yeah, let's get into this row. All right, so for this row we have Image, Indigo, Dare Me, Chromatic, Fickle, Inspire, Pine, and So Glam. Let me let you guys see these. Like, these colors are so pretty and so vivid. Like, oh my goodness. Look at that indigo. It's crazy. It's really crazy. And Dare Me. Dare Me is, this one, beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right, you guys, now we're going to get into the very last row. Last but not least, we have the last row. I'm going to show you first. Super pigmented, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And the colors are Tailor, Color, Colour, Cobalt Blue, Slice, Cat Eye, Exposed, Granite, and Muse. So that's the last row, you guys. And that's a really pretty row too, especially these first 2 colors. I think out of the whole palette, I would have to say this is my favorite shadow. Like, just singular shadow, that's my favorite. So yes, that is the last row. And now, you guys, I'm going to come back and let you know what I think about it because I have used the palette. I will definitely haven't used all the colors, but from what I have used and what I have seen, I'm going to let you know how I feel about it. So, from what you have seen so far, I'm sure you can tell that I absolutely love this palette. The colors that I've used so far, I absolutely love it. I think the price point is good. I think you get a good range of colors, and they have a good ratio of shimmers to mattes. Some of the mattes can be a little chalky. The black matte, though, is super creamy. The color Muse is super creamy, and some of the other mattes are super creamy, but a couple of them, and I think it's the blue ones, if I'm correct. Some of the dark blue mattes are a little more powdery than the rest of the mattes. The one thing that I love about this palette is the fact that these transitional shades can be used in so many different ways. Let me just tell you, when I used the palette, I used one transitional shade as an under eye highlight setting powder. I used another one as a contour. And I used one as a transition. So it was like 3 different things in one, and I thought it was so easy. And I love the way that all of these transitional shades are warm, so they flatter my skin tone pretty nicely. And yeah, I just like the palette. I feel like this palette is an all-in-one palette. Like, you can make, you know how sometimes you need to use 2 or 3 different palettes to make a look? With this palette, I feel like there is everything in here that you need to create any look that you're trying to create. Like, they have a black. You know how they say black is a staple for most looks. They have a whole bunch of browns and reds and pinks, blues, greens, like everything, some golds. Yeah, I think this palette is a pretty good, it's a decent palette. And for the price, it was not that bad. The price was like $32. It was super cheap. And yeah, I think it's a good buy. I'm glad that I got it, even though at first I said I was not going to, pick up another palette. But I'm glad that I did because, yeah, something told me, like, once I started seeing those videos, I was just like, if you don't get this palette, you are going to regret it. And from what I hear, it's supposed to be limited edition. But for right now, it's still on the website. So if you're interested, go get it. And yeah, I feel like you can get some good uses out of this palette. Like, I plan on getting all my $32 for it. And then some. But yeah, you guys, it's a beautiful palette. It comes in beautiful packaging. It's pretty sturdy, and it's good to just have one palette that you can, like, if you're going somewhere, or if you are an artist, like a working makeup artist, like, this makes it so much easier for you to just throw this in your bag, and you can create a few different looks on a few different models if you have to from this one palette. So yeah, all in all, I'm happy with my purchase, and yeah. Until next time, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing. If you have subscribed, if you have not subscribed, please take the time to go hit that subscribe button. Hit the like button if you like this video. Please feel free to comment. I love when my subbies comment. I always try to comment back. I love the interaction with you guys. You guys know that I always try to respond. And yeah, share this video if you want. If you have any other friend who's curious about this palette and curious about it on brown skin tones, because I know sometimes I look for videos where I'm just like, I want to see how that looks on a skin tone close to mine, a complexion close to mine. If you have somebody who's curious about it, then share it with them and let them know. And yeah, until next time, I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all. Bye.